Hey, what's going on, guys? Sex here, and today we're taking a look at the Star Wars 6-inch Blackline series, the Tusken Raider. Now I have two different versions here, at least in the packaging. You have on the right the 40th anniversary packaging, and on the left you have the regular box style. So just to show those two off before we look at or at least the tray before we look at the figures. So this is basically what the 40th anniversary looks like. It's much smaller. You can see that everything in here is kind of set up to save the most space in the bubble as possible. Then you have the regular box to where most of the stuff hopefully there's get a little bit of the light in there. So all the stuff is arranged differently. It's not just this on top. It's arranged differently in here, but you can see that it's not really, doesn't have anything over here just because this is covered up by the outer box. So they have everything arranged in here so that you can see everything. So as far as the way that it comes in the bubbles are different, not just in size, but the way that it lines up. So I wanted to point that out. Other than that, there really is no difference in the two different Tusken Raiders. Now, like I said before, the one on the right is 40th anniversary. The one on the left, regular boxed edition. These did come out, or at least for me, around the same time. So I was able to pick up one of each. I plan on getting a third, which it really doesn't matter which one it is because to me, they're pretty much exactly the same, and I don't keep anything in the box or card anyway. Now, one thing that you may notice that's a little bit different is with the head. You can see that there's a little bit more of a black wash, and this one has kind of a lighter wash to it. I think that might just be these individual figures that maybe not two are going to be exactly the same. I don't know until I really get that third one in here to where I'm like, okay, maybe there is a difference, or it would have to take a few more for me to say that that this one's 40th anniversary is always going to be lighter, and the regular box is always going to be darker. To me, they are pretty much exactly the same, so not too nitpicky on that. As far as the weapons go, I will just take a look at one here because, like I said before, they're pretty much exactly the same. You get several accessories here. One which is really detailed that you can't really use, and that is going to be the rifle here. It is this brown plastic here, and you can see the barrel here is painted silver. Weird round. You see a little bit of silver back here. There's some black paint with some silver on top of it. You see the scope is painted black. A little bit more of that black and silver. Then you have what is a series of clubs. This one right here. It's just I kind of like his classic Billy Club, I guess if you wanted to say. It's got a spike at the end. It's black, so. And then you have this kind of mace looking thing here, which is painted silver, so it looks nice. So these are the two accessories that I'm going to equip them all with, because I think that this one's kind of the classic look, and then you got this kind of mace looking thing, which I think looks pretty good. Then we have two more mace looking things. You have this one here. I'm guessing that's what they're supposed to be. I was trying to look on here. I'm like, all right, well, here's the rifle. This is some kind of thing that he's supposed to shoot out, but there's not a hole in there. So that's really all I can think of. If I'm wrong, then someone let me know. But it's got like a little thing here at the end to where it looks like you could like poke it in something. But I don't know. You see what I'm talking about. But and then you have this one here. So I guess thanks for giving us all the accessories that he may or may not have appeared with in the movies, but it's quite a bit there. Now, as far as again, I was like, is this those things supposed to plug in somewhere? But I'm not really sure where they would. Now, as far as his rifle, really nicely detailed, and it'd be cool to have at least one of the three holding the rifle, and I was trying to figure out some way to make this look right, and I was like, well, let me get this in here. It will fit, so let me get this in here and just try to squeeze those below the hand, and get the finger on the trigger, and even if he is holding it, it looks kind of weird, holding it like that. Or even if I was trying to act like, put it in two hands to where he was shooting someone, it's just very awkward, and it ends up being pretty much like that. So the hand isn't really very good for the rifle. I was, even like, hey, is he just holding it like this? But I could figure there'd be a better hand for that. So this is kind of like your generic right hand for Star Wars Black 6-inch Black Series, with the little trigger hand, which doesn't really work that well with rifles. So that's why I kind of just, I wanted the painted one, and then kind of the classic little billy club thing that he uses, and I'm like, well, I'll just put those on all of them, and it saves on space as well. So let's take a look at the head. Really nice job there, with all the bandages. Looks good, and you see the little thing coming around here. So you got some nice paint there with the mouth, looking nice. Brown paint, and then you got some of the copper on it, and then you have all those little pouches, a little bit of black wash on them, the little copper studs for the buttons. Looks good, and this is a job done well with this being plastic, around the body, but then giving us this outer kind of cloth robe, I guess you would say. And when it comes in package, it's all like tucked up in here, so that's why it's kind of weird looking. Just kind of need to space it out. It also comes with these little clear rubber band things around it, keeping it all secured. So I just need to spend more time fanning it out. But I think that they did a really nice job, matching the plastic clothing with the cloth clothing. This is a situation where they did it exactly the way that they should have. Really good job. So as far as the articulation goes, the head back and forth, neck joint goes kind of up and down a little bit there. You have the shoulders in and out. You have the elbows, which go 90 degrees. They rotate in there. I think both of them actually, they had like at least one elbow to where it was, whenever I tried to bend up and down, I'm like, well, he's not bending at all. Does he not have any articulation? And it ended up where it was, the elbow was going like this, but the hand was rotated. So just kind of feel around in there to make sure that, because it's kind of hard to get this cloth back to see exactly where the elbow joint is. So you just want to, kind of mess with it, make sure you get the elbow in the right location, because they don't always come that way in the package. The wrists, they rotate left to right. This one over here, I believe, was up and down. Or is it? No, it's left to right as well. Then going with the waist, you see you got that ab crunch waist there. These split off to the side, which is good. And you have the legs go in and out, back and forth. You have the double articulated knees. And then you have the feet that go back and forth and up and down. Just hard to get a whole lot of poses with this plastic part right here, but I think it looks better than them going plastic up here, then cloth, and then cloth on the outside. I think that would have looked a little bit weird. So I like this going all plastic and then just cloth with the robe. As far as what it looks like on your shelf, I think this is kind of the best job that they could have done. If they would have mixed it up any other way, then I think it would have been off a little bit. So anyways, that's a look at the Tusken Raider, the 40th anniversary, and also the regular release. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.